This is Hannibal here, about to call a very interesting match. Kaci Lennox to the left versus Lindsay Snow to the right. Lindsay Snow, I've seen in AEW matches. I've interviewed her, former girlfriend of Shannon Moore. And this is the first I've seen of Kaci Lennox, who definitely has the height advantage here. Seeing some dancing going on to start things off. You know Lindsay Snow is tough when you look at all of those tattoos. The pain she must have put herself through for all of that ink must be crazy. As we see some talking back and forth here between the two ladies. Referee is checking Lindsay Snow, making sure she does not have any weapons on her. Kaci Lennox. Yeah, I bet the referee wishes he could give that a pat down, as probably most of the viewers wish as well. Definitely, she could probably squat a good amount. Very powerful looking legs on Kaci Lennox, who was trying to avoid the lockup here.
Yeah, get that checked out.
She's must have attended the Larry Zbyszko School of Stalling. As we see her trying to buy some time. Lindsay Snow is not letting it face her at all. She's just staring down Kaci Lennox. Lindsay Snow, I think, is the veteran in this match. This is the first I've actually seen of Kaci Lennox. She definitely looks young, so I'm sure she has a bright future ahead of her with that height and muscularity. But at some point, you actually have to wrestle. It is still called wrestling. And no, we're not going to see a lockup again. Kaci Lennox is stalling the match, and Lindsay Snow appeared. Maybe she's starting to get a little bit mad here. Which, by the way, a lot more Shine ladies matches coming here to the Hannibal TV. So please give us a subscribe and be sure to hit the notifications button so you don't miss any of these. So 3 minutes in here, and we haven't seen much but some dancing from Kaci Lennox. Are we going to actually see a lockup now? Looked like it. I don't know what that was going to be. I would have booted her in the head if I was Lindsay Snow there. Duck under, go behind, and just pushes Lindsay Snow. Tries to push her off, but doesn't actually move her that much.
Woo! How you like that? How you like that? Whoa!
Lindsay Snow, double leg takedown into a pin. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that move before. She's showing some MMA tactics here. She's got a rear naked choke in now with full hooks. Kaci Lennox. She doesn't have it locked. She needs to get both hands locked together. She needs to drive. Oh, almost a pin there. See, now she's fully released the choke. She's got to get back in there, but she does have the legs around Kaci. Putting the squeeze to her, going for a pin. I don't think you're going to beat a girl like Kaci with just a leg lock at this point in the match. Anyways, we're only about just under 5 minutes in. Kelsey's trying to get out of this leg lock, using some interesting rolls here. They got to be getting dizzy at this point. Yeah, it definitely appears like they are. But now it doesn't look like Lindsay Snow has her legs locked around properly, but she's going for some version of an arm bar now. But again, doesn't have those. You want to be pulling back on that with the hips pressed into the elbow. Now she's transitioned back into a choke. the legs wrapped around Kaci here. More circles. I'm definitely seeing some stuff in this match that's unusual. At least as far as what I've seen as a pro wrestling fan. So far, it's been all Lindsay Snow in this match. Just punishing Kaci Lennox with an unusual submission, a version of a full Nelson, but with the legs. Lindsay Snow has got to be very well schooled in jiu-jitsu with the technical display that we are seeing from her tonight, coming at you from Florida. Kaci going for pin, doesn't quite make it. Lindsay Snow still working away on that arm, trying to get a submission. Doesn't have it in quite tight enough. Now Kaci is going for the hair and pulling Lindsay Snow's hair, bringing her right into the corner.
Get off my hair!
The referee is being kind of lenient here. Closed fist right to the jaw. Kaci Lennox. Or of Lindsay Snow by Kaci Lennox, rather. Goes to throw Snow into the corner. She's still showing some signs of wear and tear on her arm after all Lindsay's done to it. Now she's trying to get some revenge of her own, yanking away on Lindsay Snow's arm. I don't know if Kelsey's kind of making fun of her at this point, but her arm has to hurt a little bit too, with all the arm bars that Lindsay Snow had put Kaci on earlier. Twisting it around now and bashing it across her shoulder and driving it down to the mat. Straddling Lindsay Snow now. Just cranking that arm bar. Lindsay Snow reverses it, pinfall attempt 2. Almost got. I wouldn't know who really is the underdog in this match, because although Snow, I truly believe, is the more technical of the two and the more experienced of the two, Lennox has a big height advantage and clearly knows some submissions of her own, almost choking the person, Lindsay Snow, with her own biceps. I wouldn't have let that go. That kind of shows that she might not be that seasoned, because Lindsay was in a predicament there on the ground, and Kelsey's just letting her get back up with a vicious forearm shot to the ribs.
Oh, you're back, right?
She should go for the camel clutch at this point. She might just be doing that. Or is it going possibly a version of an STF type move here? Or, this is unique. This is very unique. Lots of pressure on the shoulder here of Lindsay Snow.
I don't want to quit.
Cranking away at that shoulder of Lindsay Snow. But she gave up. There's several times in this match where Kaci has given up on submissions when she's had Snow, and I think she should not have done that. Now she's gloating and letting Snow get to her knees at the same time when she had her down in a dominant position. Snow now regaining herself a little bit here, trying to fire away at Kaci. Now they're exchanging forearms. Snow seems to be a little bit more intense of the two, now trying to get the advantage, definitely getting more hits in than Kaci. Lindsay Snow is fired up, charges in, moves out of the way. Here's a big pin by Kaci. Feet are on the ropes here. Kelsey has won this match. This is shocking to me. Kelsey wins. Subscribe to The Hannibal TV on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for all the latest news and updates from The Hannibal TV.
One, stupid. I just won, stupid. I'm your winner. Submit on that, dummy. Your winner, Kaci Lennox. Woo. Raise my hand again, Ref.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Woo. She really stopped.
I told you that way.
You did not say that. Don't try to kiss my ass now. Come on. Okay, get out. Get out. My eyes have to shine.